Hey, Miss Chalice. You are a PE teacher for Timpview High School, and I wanted you to take an opportunity to introduce yourself to our PE pre-service teachers. Tell them kind of what your educational is and what you're currently doing for Timpview. And then you would say,
You want me to tell them that I teach dance, or you just want me to tell them the PE class that I teach?
I want all of the stuff that you're hired to do as a PE teacher. The things that you thought you would be hired to do, and then what you're actually doing.
Oh. It's going to take about 20 minutes.
Okay. So what did you think you were going to do when you got hired, when you got offered a job as a PE teacher?
Well, I'm kind of an anomaly because I got hired as a dance teacher, which technically falls under PE education, but it can also count for a fine arts credit. So I thought that I would be teaching different levels of dance, the dance company, coaching the dance company, and coaching the drill team.
Dance company, drill team. Those are two extracurricular classes, not taken for credit.
Right.
So you were this kind of like after school specialist.
Yeah, before school and after
Before
school.
and after.
And during.
Company and drill team are before, after, and during.
Drill team is before, dance company is after.
Drill team's 3 hours from 6 until 9.
Mm-hmm. So it's during first period also.
Okay.
And then dance company is last period and after school.
Okay. And then what? Oh, and that means it's during school too.
Right.
Okay. All right. So you thought that that would be it.
Right.
Okay. So you get offered a position as
the dance 1, 2, and 3 teacher with drill team before school and dance company after school.
big
And
package
also,
deal.
Yeah.
You couldn't just be the drill.
Right.
And
Right.
Okay.
Unless I wanted to be like an hourly employee, then I could.
okay. So you said, I will be a salary employee. I love dance. Sure. Let's do this.
Yes.
Okay. You didn't know what you were getting yourself into.
No.
Okay. So we talked about dance company before school, dance team after school, drill team after school. Those are that's like a full-time job in and of itself.
Right.
So tell us about the other classes that they have you teaching.
Okay, so right now I teach a basketball volleyball class, and that has about 35 kids in it.
Totally unrelated to dance.
Totally unrelated.
Not what you
to
were
dance.
expecting.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
pretty funny because the PE teacher goes upstairs to my studio and teaches Zumba, and I go downstairs and teach basketball volleyball. Go figure, right?
What the heck? Are they going to make that change?
No, I don't think so. That's kind of her baby, so I'm not going to step on her toes.
She likes Zumba.
Yeah.
That's why she stays.
Probably. She coaches volleyball too, though.
Seems like a mismatch to me, but whatever.
Yep.
Okay, so you teach basketball, volleyball. That's like half basketball, half volleyball class through the year.
Right, but we improvise depending on what facilities are available.
Okay, good for you. Okay, so in addition to that class, what else do they have you doing?
I'm the department chair, so I go to a bunch of meetings for that.
A lot of administrative stuff.
Yes.
And what does the principal have you all department chairs do?
We relay information to our departments. We do tasks in our department, so he'll give us an assignment for like district initiatives and things like that we kind of have to fulfill those by certain dates. So I'm in charge of all the deadlines and making sure that my group gets the paperwork done, essentially.
Okay, and how long were you employed with Timpview before they invited you to be a chair?
5 years.
5 years. Okay. So that seems reasonable. It seems like you got your legs under you
Right.
a little bit. Okay. Okay, so we got basketball, we got chair, we got all those meetings. How is working with your department, all the teachers in your department? How many are there?
There are 5 of us.
5 of you. And do they attend these meetings because they're mandatory? They don't really want to hear what is being passed down? What's the vibe?
Yeah. They attend the meetings because they're mandatory.
Is there anything that they get out of them or want out of them?
I would probably say the main thing is finances because
What does our department? What does my class get?
We're allocated a budget.
Yeah. What can I spend money on?
Yeah. And then use of the auditorium. We do a lot of troubleshooting as far as scheduling conflicts go.
So anytime scheduling or finances is raised in these meetings, their ears perk up. Other than that, they just keep their heads down.
Usually.
Okay. All right. Anything else you wanted to share about the administrative portion of your job?
There's just a lot more paperwork than I ever would have thought as a dance teacher.
Talk to me about red tape for just one little example.
Okay. There's a lot of financial red tape, which you would probably assume, except for we raise our own money, but we still can't spend our own money without getting permission from administrators, and then it has to go through department chairs, which luckily I am one now, so that makes that part easier. Okay. But there's always a couple people you have to double check with to spend your own money that you've earned for your own program, which is interesting.
It is. And
getting multiple bids and all of that takes a lot of time.
Do you have to come up with these fundraising things yourself for your teams? So you have to have experience. How did you figure out how to do whatever you do? Cookies, car washes?
The most successful thing we've done is host a dance competition. So
student money?
Most of our clientele was dance studios.
Mm.
So the studios would come in and have a competition at Timpview.
Oh, interesting. So you host the facility.
Right.
And then there's an entry fee.
Right.
Wise. Yes. You just host the party. People pay you to come. I like that idea. Okay, good. I think I distracted you from the red tape story.
Oh. There's just a whole lot of, which are good, but they're initiatives to try to protect students, which is good, but it's IEPs and all of the laws that have been passed for
what are IEPs?
Individual education plans.
Oh, right.
So we go to a lot of meetings for IEPs for individual students, and then there's a lot of paperwork that's involved with that, especially for the special ed department, but we do follow-up paperwork.
Yeah, I had no idea.
And 504s, which is like educational accommodations. So if a student has a 504, you have to look and see if they need special accommodations for test days or whatever it is that they...
It's like an ADD.
Yeah. If they have a learning disability autism. Or something like that. Yep. And then there's all the injury reports.
You fill those out?
Log entries that you fill out whenever you have an incident in class. And
what's the line on drawing, like, blood, incident report?
Yep.
Hard fall, incident report.
Yeah. You should almost always cover yourself by filling out an incident report, even if you think it's kind of minor.
Okay.
If the student feels like they need to sit out or the injury is going to last more than a day, especially with concussions, you have to get those checked out right away.
Right. Okay, so be sure you know how to identify a concussion.
Right.
Okay.
Yep.
Thanks, Dan. All right, so we've got administrative taken care of. Red tape, crazy. Just give me a time estimate on a daily or weekly basis. How much time do you spend doing administrative work?
It's a good question. I probably spend 5 to 10 hours depending on the week.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay, so let's just take one more minute and talk about the additional dance classes you teach that you weren't expecting to teach.
Okay.
What are those?
Well, I teach a hip-hop class, which was actually my fault. It's of my own making because I wanted to get more guys involved in dance.
Wow. Going above and beyond.
Yep. And then last year, I took over ballroom, beginning, intermediate, and the JV team. And that was too much. So thankfully, they've scaled back on that this year.
Okay. So we've got the hip-hop team. And then did you mention dance 1, 2, 3?
Yeah, so I teach dance 1, 2, and 3 also. But I was expecting to teach those in the beginning.
Oh, okay. All right, so let me just get a big summary here. We've got 6 a.m. dance company.
Ready for this?
Right? Drill team. But
drill team. And then we've got chronologically what? Dance 1, 2, 3, hip hop, basketball, volleyball, and then drill team?
Sure.
With administration all mixed in?
Right.
What do you do during your prep time?
I mostly do administration during my prep time.
Okay. When do you eat?
I don't.
No eating. Okay, so you're at school at 6 a.m. starting class. What time do you leave school?
Usually 5.
So that's like a 12-hour day.
Yeah.
And that's not including like homework and prep for
Right.
the 7 classes that you teach.
Right.
Okay. All right. Okay, well, that's part 1 with Miss Challis. I hope you guys enjoyed hearing all about that. We'll come back with her later this semester and hear some things that she has to say about specific technologies that she uses in the classroom and other week-specific topics. Okay, thanks, Miss Challis.
You're welcome. Till next time.